Right, class 6.
Right, class
I'm talking.
6.
I'm
Snowman.
I'm.
It's so wonderful. I'm so grateful to you. It's been so wonderful to see my face turned into
John C. He didn't want to be
my YouTube poopers.
Today's story is called Caillou Gets
Snowman.
Box. I made a box with a lid and lock big enough for me to sit in. I took the chance, climbed in and bolted the lid above me. I'd made the walls of my box so that they could move in towards me. The sides and the top.
YouTube poop. Where there's smoke, they pinch back.
Fridge. Once I went to the
Ouija.
saw our jug in there and I thought, what's in it?
Spaghetti.
What's
Spaghetti.
Smell it. Smells nice. Finger in, lick it. Tastes nice. Lift the
Spaghetti.
drink a bit. Oh, this is good. This is syrup. Tinned syrup. What an old.
I have several questions.
A hamburger bar sat in a hamburger waiting to be fried. No one's going to put me, it said, into anyone's
Dinner.
because eating me is.
Out of this house! Spirits be gone from this house.
This meant that
My brother.
had to babysit me. He hated it. He hated it. Because I just wouldn't go to baby bed when he told me to. He was years older than me. He'd rave, will you go to will? But I never went. Until I heard the front door open. Then I'd be upstairs into bed in a flash.
You smart. You very smart.
After a few months of this,
I appreciate you.
my mum and dad tried something new. Just before they went out, they said, slam! There he is. His eye looks into my. Well, this isn't fair. Hello, I am delighted. Hooray!
Why are you delighted?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's because I am 70 years older and I am with UberGamez. Fuck. When I was one king, my slimy little penis, and it bangs against the wall really loud. My penis made a great big hole in the wall, bursting. See, man jumps into my mouth, the coolness and the wetness. I said, my penis is full of oil, thick cooking oil. But I didn't tell anyone about it in case my mum and dad thought I was fucked up. So I said, we had a Vikings with 203 penis in my butt. Hand on the bitch. I was a baby smuggler and I had to get 20 babies through the London airport customs for us to feel the rain. Listen to the rain. Rain raining, rain raining, rain raining. For God's sake, what the fuck you done now? Wow. Now I'm angry. I am absolutely furious. So I say, shut up, bitch.
Marmalade.
I saw that, Mark, I saw that. That's enough.
Marmalade.
No, Mark, I saw that. Any more, and it'll be... Till it's cool. Just cool. Out! Into the mouth. None. Don't do your mother. When my mum was really hot, I didn't know what to say. My twig was wet and tight, and I'll tell you what I did with it. I shoved it into my mother. Don't put shit in my cock. And
and it shot all over my Uber's Facebook page. It felt like the room was a sponge cake.
The acid trip. I trip really good on the acid. I became my dad. I mean, really magic. My teacher, that was really hot. She looked like she wanted a penis in her snatch.
Octagon.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Jack Black.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Jack.
Fuck.
Today,
Jack Ha! Never let me see you again. Windmills. Michael Rosen in London. Why don't we go to London for your birthday treat?
I was just contemplating the possible consequences of not observing proper hallway safety procedures during a fire drill. Really hard line, you know?
Wonderful. I had hoped that it wouldn't be necessary for me to out him, but then I remembered Mum, who decided they wouldn't wait for me to babysit her. And before we all knew it, he was think it's funny.
So you've only told me about a dozen times this morning?
Okay, I said okay. Yeah, okay. My brother, go to bed!
I have absolutely no idea.
The front door opens. Hello!
Hi, kids.
I love the test.
Actually, it was lovely once again.
Say, is that hard to make?
Yes.
You're genius.
Wow! How original!
Slow Civic. Michael Rosen died on the 7th of May. Jokes. I'm so sad. Later that day, it appeared. The plum fugel said Harry's 70th birthday. Michael Rosen have a
Chocolate cake.
and shove it really hard and fast up your fucking ass crack. Okay, don't worry about it. So here goes. In goes a bit of
Chocolate cake.
and it was nice. My brother's just given me wood. My brother's just given me a great birthday treat. Oh no, this is horrible. I've never seen anything quite so horrible in all my life. That's it. I've got to do the Michael Rosen rave. And everything was lovely once again. Teachers sometimes ask me, wow, best way to get children right on the wood. And one of the ways I answer is to suggest that the first is fuck right off. In other words, you can't really talk about firsts that don't matter unless you make a website a place where cancer children are welcome. I usually suggest to my shop works that there are many ways of doing this, and I can suggest some as one. Yes, but it's usually a bad idea. I don't suppose you'll ask for one of those first C's again, will you? Puzzle 1. You may think I'm happy because it's my birthday, but, and this is a rather absurd farce, except for the tops, I hate it. What's that? I love my birthday, you fool. Fuck off me. We're all glad you've got jam in your sandwiches. I hate my birthday, do you understand? Yeah. That's enough. Happy birthday to me. Bright green plastic. Me and my brother, we sit up in bed doing some mad dog stuff, you know, fucking with a 2-year-old. I love when my brother sucks my Hollywood.
Nice.
his eyes pop out. He blows, he puffs, he yells, he bobs his head up and down, he spits my hot cum all over my hot cock. There's my mum, she's doing the same. Once my brother said, why don't we go to Brownie Call for your birthday treat? We could spend all day there looking at the brownies. It'd be fantastic. Yeah, I said, it'll be fucking
Great.
When we got there, there was apple jam. I love apple jam. She was really nice. There was Dashi. She was brilliant. What do you think? Who was the best? Why? She gave me a special box. She said friendship is magic. After it, I was watching the brownies. I've never seen anything quite so horrible in all my life. Oh no. Would you believe it? I don't believe it. I really don't. That's when my brain starts doing things. You know, murderers and mad dog stuff. I'll tell you what I do. So then I woke up. What the fuck happened inside my brain? Anyway, I killed no one, and then we went home. What's in it? Once I was snorting raisins. Yes. I was snorting away like mad. Really snorting away. Suddenly, the blue bell went. Really snorting away. Got you in the mush. And I had to get 20,000 raisins through the cuss. So I said, Yui. My brother said, Yui. There's my mum, she's doing the same. Cuss. Yui. Snorting raisins.
And slops of spicy cheese.
But my dad, what does he do? He stuffs a great big chunk of raisin into his mouth, and then that really does it. Snorting away like mad. And he turns to us and he goes, watch out everybody, the raisin's really hot. It's hot. Come on with the toast. Do you want to? No. What do you want then? And do you want something to eat? Do you want some puff? Yes. What are you doing? The new teacher's cool guy and full fridge. Once I went to the fridge, saw our goldfish. What's in it? A soup. What's smell? It's nice. Finger in, lick it. Tastes none. Lift the judge and drink a bit. Oh, this is good. This is rather nice, I think. And sticking it up on the wall. 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 Helps to act this out as an interview here. So like if you send the rest. Plums. Fiddle diddle, Miss Goodall. Snatch, dig in. Nice. Snatch, fiddle diddle, 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 fiddle diddle. Hi, my name's Michael Rosen and I help on a bear, and it goes something like this. We're going on a bear hunt, we're going to catch a bear. What a beautiful bear. we're not scared. Uh-oh, grass, long wavy grass. We can't go over grass. Oh no, we got to go through grass. We're going on a big hunt, we're gonna catch a big ass. I can see that Fan has opened her can of drink. I don't believe it, I really don't. Do we have lunch at 12:15? At school? No, we have lunch at 9:30, but Fan, you've already begun yours. If you remember last time, Lloyd bursted and Alfred melted. Yes, so remember, lunch is when? 9:30, correct. Of course, you're not listening, are you, Lydia? But then, of course, you didn't listen last time, did you? And then you wondered why you sat on Lloyd's. Thank you, Mervyn. That's enough. I'm very glad you've got sandwiches in your jam, Mervyn. We're all glad you've got jam in your sandwiches, Mervyn. I'm very sorry, Mervyn, but nobody at all wants to jam in. If I hear about your jam or the sandwiches in your jam, if I hear about any of it once more, I shall give them to the ducks. Yes, John, what do you want? I don't know any ducks.
I have poetic life. I write the way I want.
Some words just sound like they rot with off your tongue and lollop around in the memory that I don't think I'm funny. This isn't a drink. This is... My mouth is full of plums. Thick cookie plums. I wonder who put that there.
A sky fugel.
So much later. Eventually.
There was a man who put notices all round the street saying put up a tent in the park. The fiercest tent in the world.
The sky fogel has escaped!
When I watch telly all Saturday morning and I get a bit dozy, my dad calls me, Wally, will you go to bed?
The corner of the butt. When you're born, your folks think you're a dick. They scream, it's a toothbrush. Don't put spaghetti up your butt.
Right, class, I'm talking. I want complete quiet. Right, as you know, it was our plan to go out today to the the Plum Museum. Yes, John, what do you want? I don't know what plums, John. Any plums.
Plums.
The weak ones just used to keel over and die. Look out the window. There's
John C.
The car trip. Mum says, rabbit. No. Once my brother said, right you prick, this is a long car. No. Conversations with a rabbit. Do you want sex?
Yes.
Okay, here goes.
Get off me! That's my snatch.
It's a goldfish in your head. It's the blade of a plum in there. It's your
Chocolate cake.
bursting. Today is my birthday, so I've got to include some birthday stuff. Eh? Yeah? And off we go. Hot birthday. Hand on the penis. Feel the rhythm of the cum. Hand on the jug things. Feel the rhythm of the milk. Conversations with weird time. Do you want to strip in front of me? It's a raisin in your head. It's the blade of a chocolate cake in there. It's your birthday squeezing your penis. It's a cock cake. Bursting. I know that, you fool. There was a man called Joe who turned up round our way once saying that he was going to blow. So he said, yeah, I bet you can't. So he said, Miss, I'm very sorry, DC, but nobody at all will get that joke.
That was terrible.
Plums. I read in a book that inklings can't swim. That's enough.
Mum's dead chocolate cake. Book of bad shop downstairs. And out goes the cloth like a whip. Ow! When you're born, you're... No, I bet not, actually.
Trevor, Lloyd, Louise, May, George, Mark, Roger, Joanna, Richard. Nice.
squished fish patty on a squished fish patty on a fish squished patty on a patty. A squished fish patty on a
Shut up, stinks!
You can't rule my...
Fuck you, and if there's one thing I can't stand, it's you know, all those slimy little black-headed thugs who murder people. Ooh, I fucking hate them. That's enough. YTP. Look at that. Never let me see you doing that again.
Es spricht der Führer.
I want to tell you about a place I went, far, far away. I sat on the grass with someone there. I sat on the grass with someone who loved me. I've never seen her again. And I don't think I'll ever see that place I went, far, far away. You may think I'm happy, you may think I'm sad, you may think I'm crazy, you may think I'm mad. But hang on to your seats and listen here, I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn your ear. Hip hop, and I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen rap. I was born on the 7th of May, I remember that awful day. I was in my mother, curled up tight, though I have to say it was as dark as night, nothing to do. Didn't want to leave. Sometimes you come...
Nice.
Sometimes you come home and there's no breathing. There are no lights on, no food ready, no seed ready, no toenails, no one lolloping, no penis jokes, just you on your own. That's when my brain starts doing plums. No more plum jokes, please. Plums. Fuck you. Sticks. Penis. Horrible. Whoa.
Big block. I noticed that my mum and dad would believe. This is how it was. Hand on the bridge. Hand rhythm of the train. Your mother beats up.
My dad, he hated it. Anyway, after a few months of this, he swam the English Channel. We never saw him again, and I cried. I'm driving, and I can't drive. Do you understand? So we go, quick, get out of here! The Michael Rosen rap. There was a man who turned up round our way once, put up a park tent in the quay. A terrifying creature called the Rosen Vogel. And suddenly we all heard a terrible noise. All his clothes were torn, there was blood on his face, and he screamed.
Michael Rosen, keel over and die.
What a nice birthday treat. Oh yeah, you bet I said that.
Michael Rosen, keel over and die.
Can I have a drink?
That was very nice. Michael Rosen ran, better burn your plums.
No! No one had ever seen this thing before. It's my birthday. I would want for this YTP 2. I want a box. I want a chocolate cake.
The cake is a lie.
Thank you, Glad. That's enough. Fast food. We sit down to eat, and I had loads to eat. I had a hamburger. Who do you think was the first person I happened to meet? Having our sex with a 2-year-old. Faster than an electronic rabbit. Nice. Once a boy called Trump came to school and said,
I would grow very great more.
What turns you off?
Michael Rosen
in the thumbnail.
I don't know. It's time to trick. We had a teacher who was so fat she looked like a bag of plums. And if there's one thing I love, it's a fat bitch. I'm running out of ideas. So I said, windmills. Ba-lambda diddy boom.
When my mum and dad went out, we moved the chair to the end of the settee,
Tea time.
And then we used to take it in turns to bomb. Stand by for bomb. Whee! Great. The noise.
Shut up!
All he did was put his hand up.
My mum, slimy, snatch. Hello! It's your favourite sex conductor telling you all that it's my 70th birthday today. So I think I'm gonna party like it's 9:30. Hey? Yeah? Okay. Here goes.
Let me blow up.
Sorry. What did you say?
Let me do on the kitchen door. Let me do it, let me do it, let me do it, let me do it, let me kick the coon. Let me cook for the moon, let me drive the car, cook the beans. When my mum and dad piled up all the cushions in the corner, we moved the chair off the chair, and then we used to take it in turns to do my mum and dad. Then we put another chair on the other end of another chair. Bombs, 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 bombs. I remember. They don't love you. You're thinking that your mother loves your brother, loves your sister, loves your brother, loves your sister. You're thinking that your father hits your mother, or she gets the smiles, you get the snarls, she gets the snarls, you get smiles, he gets told he did really well, you get told you did really well, he's allowed to do your mother, you're allowed to do anything. The noisy. If my father wanted you to be quiet, all he did would say, shut up! The noise. So, we would be going on a car trip. Dad driving, Mum driving, me and my brother in the back. Driving, my brother says, yeah, no, I get the point. I say, there's a line, and you can't cross the line, he says. So I say, yeah, no, I get the point. I say, there's a line. Yeah, no, I get the point. I say, there's a line. Yeah.
The Michael Rosen 70th. As you know, it was our plan to go out today to Hollywood. Hollywood.
Something quite off.
I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn your ear. Hard luck. Michael Rosen, always knew you were a bit weak. Right, no breathing. birthday treat.
Toss, 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 toss.
And everything was lovely once again. Wonderful. And then we went home. Brian, I want a wee. Well, you can't now. I want a wee. No, here goes. And then we went home. Once I went to the Science Museum, saw our jug in there and I thought, what the fuck is our jug doing here? But then I remembered it's my birthday today. Yeah, Mum and Dad must have put that there. Lift the jug and fill my mouth with that thick, sweet juice. My mouth is full of cum.
On Sundays, my mum and dad said, right, we shoot the dinner, you two coaches. Then they went off. What I don't know is that he's got his tiny cup under the water. It's filling up with potato.
I think you know what I mean.
The next thing, it's out of the potato. He's gone. And it's squished all over Dad, all over my butt. What am I going to do? Woo!
The hypnotise. There's my mum, she's doing my wooden penis. Really hot. Knife in there. Uncle Gob and the drug shed. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
My name's Michael Rosen and I've written a book called Uncle Gob and the Drug Shed. It's all about a boy called Malcolm and his crack. Uncle Gob is horrible. Keeps drugging Malcolm and Malcolm is getting very fed up with it. In fact, he's confused and bamboozled by all these drugs. Kick up the arse. Two children on another table started practicing licking each other's bum. Ola Spaghetti, could you do that bum licking thing later, please? We're doing the Billy worksheet thing now. In a puff of crack. This is amazing, Malc. It's like really amazing. Like really amazing. Malcolm looked at the genie and said, wow. You came out of my bum. When I say tea, people bring me homework. When I say coat, people say, shut your gob. You did something wrong, like I didn't punch him. He shat very fast on the toast. You. A terrifying creature called We spoke to Hank Davis of Jackney. Be smart. Grow toenails. Strict. We had a teacher who was so strict. She used to stand out the front going, the weak ones just used to keel over and die. You'd hear them going down behind you. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Boom, ah, boom, ah, boom, 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 ah. If you made a nose with the desk lid, it was ouch. There was a school prison underneath the school prison where they used to string you up from the school prison. Hand on the pair of trainers for Christmas.
Feel the rhythm of the train.
Yes, for Christmas.
Hand on the chocolate cake. Feel the rhythm of the chocolate cake. Hand in the sea. Feel the rhythm of the sea. Hand on your life. Feel the rhythm of time. hand on the rhythm, feel the rhythm of 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 the rhythm.
The Michael Rosen 70th birthday rap. You may think I'm a tomato. You may think I'm the little paper umbrella. You may think I'm the Hollywood. You may think I'm the pizza. But hang on to your little cereals and listen right here. I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn your toenails. Hip hop plums. I'm giving you all something rather horrible. Whoa! I was born on the 7th of May. I remember very well that awful man. I was in my mum, curled up tight, though I have to say it was as dark as 97. Yeah, do you know, at the end of the day, you'd be stepping over paper and drinks just to get out of and why? See? Anyway, when I was 1, I swam the Disney Channel. When I was 2, I ate a soapy flanat. When I was 3, I started getting thick. I think you know what I mean. When I was 4, I ate a bag of plums. Mums. When I was 5, I was in a band playing drums, and that band was called When I was 6, when I was 6, I ate a bag of plums. When I was 7, I robbed a bank with my babysitter. When I was 8, I became prime babysitter. When I was 9, I ate a bag of chocolate juice. When I was 10, they made me king of the food. So that's what I am, that's what I be, with an M, with an M, with an M, with an M. That's what I am, that's what I be, Mr. Mike, Mr. Michael, Mr. Mike, Mr. Michael, Mr. Me, a hip hop hat. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen rap. Bag of plum. Tomato. Here's me, Michael Rosen, and my mum's just given me and my brother a blow. We come, just come, then into the fridge. Nice. Jizz. 2, or when I was 6, I ate a bag of cum. Introducing the Michael Rosen shop. It's huge, and it's got all kinds of Michael Rosen merchandise. Like this lovely picture of me. The Michael Rosen, the amazing Michael Rosen chin figure, and of course, a bag of plums. The Michael Rosen shop. Come today, me, my mum, and my brother went on a car trip. Yeah, there we were sitting in the back of the car. So I said, look out the window. There's a McDonald's. Mum, can we stop at the McDonald's? No, you're already fat enough. So I start to sulk. Conversations with the team. Hey, do you want an apple? No. What do you want then? A hamburger salad. George said, sometimes my dick hurts. Tidy your room. They say, tidy pussy. Tidy your room. Useless bastard. Boom. That was the mistake. Slamming the fucking like button. My mum, she's a bit hot. So you weren't allowed to blow in her ass. So I figured it out. What you had to do was look at her snatch when she wasn't looking. And that really does it. Nice. Stop right there. So my mum, stop looking at my snatch. Oh no, that's a shame. You had a really nice snatch. My mum goes, hard luck. Michael always knew your asshole. I says, right you hot ass bitch, if you don't let me do it. And by it I mean your snatch, I will keel over and blow in your ass. My mum goes, don't. So I go, okay mum, okay. Don't worry about it. It was my birthday. Mum says, what do you want for your birthday treat? I says, I think you know what I want. I want your snatch. Mum says, I'm okay. Yeah. This isn't your snatch. This is a cream. And actually, I loved my mum's cream. Yeah. And Mum turned to me and said, never mind, dear. I don't suppose you'll ask for my snatch again, will you? I don't suppose I will. Once my mum gave me a wee for your birthday treat, so I crumbled my wee. I sometimes beat my brother in project. He hated it. He had rant and rave. No shy with fuss. I just used to shy with fuss. Really good. It would go. No. Kaboom. Kaboom. Kaboom.
And he looked
at our windmills. Nice. After the war was over, I slammed my wee on my dad with magic. My dad just keel over and die. I said to Mum, I want a wee. My mum said, no wee. My mum hated wee. So I slammed Prime Minister on my mum with magic. My mum just keel over and die. Good. No breathing. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Nice. Jump. Once my brother said, why don't we keel over and die for your birthday treat? We could spend all day there, looking at the planes. It would be great. There's plum syrup. Mum said, keel over and die. So we keel. Mum. I took sandwiches and chocolate drinks. I was really looking forward to it. When we got there, I ate the dog's dinner. My brother found out that there was this survival bus that you could go on, a kind of trip round the runways so you could die right close up to the big jets. Oh no! Grey, really grey. So we ate the dog's dinner and we got onto the bus, and as we were getting on I said, Brian! I want a wee. So he goes, I'm gonna burn your ear. This is the last bus today. I want a wee. So he goes, look, you can't die. It's not that long a time to wait.
3 weeks later.
So we got on, the bus started up and away we went. The driver starts going. If you look to your right, you can see Michael Rosen dying for a wee. I want a wee. I said, it'll go away, says my brother. I want a wee. No! You can't do a wee on the end of runway 4. And the bloke driving the bus goes. My brother says, look, there's no wee. Just think of something else, will you? I can't. I said, it's hurting.
Eventually.
I've got to die. The bus went on. We saw more planes. And more planes.
20 minutes later.
And more planes. You haven't burned your ear, have you? My brother says, no! Here goes! I said, then the bus stopped. I rushed off the bus, I got to the weed. And everything was lovely once again. Wonderful. And then we died, and then we went home. My brother said, did you have a good time, boys? And my brother said, it was, and how about you, she said to me. How was your birthday treat? I want a wee. You. And then we keel over and die. Nice. Keel over and die. The Michael Rosen birthday plums. I was nice. All I had for breakfast was 1 chocolate cake and 15 plums. It was 12:30 and I ran and jumped on my birthday plums, or 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 birthday. But I wanted a wee, and they wouldn't let me, and I cried. The Michael Rosen 70th wank. You may think I'm happy, you may think I'm sad, you may think I'm crazy, you may think I'm my dad. But hang on to your tits and listen right here, I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn your snatch. Once my friend Haribo came to school crying. We said, what's the matter, what's the matter? And he said his granddad had sex with my hamster and he just fell over and died. He was a nice man, Haribo's hamster. He had a shed with tins full of cock. Dave said, I was in my mother. Everyone said, shh. And Dave said, I was only saying. Nice. There's my brother, he's doing my mum.
Nice.
Into the snatch. Wonderful. I was born on the 7th of May, 1946. I remember very well that awful sex. I was in my mother, curled up tight, though I have to say it was as dark as Abdul. Nothing to do, didn't want to breathe. I was so happy, didn't want to die. Then I hear some people give a shout, one push Mrs. Rosen and he'll be chocolate cake. I'm telling you, that was a puzzle to me. I shouted out, how do you know I'm a member of ISIS? Doctor shouted, good Lord, he can talk. I popped out my head, said, now watch me bomb you. When I was 1, I swam my sister's channel. When I was 2, I ate my hamster. When I was 3, I started getting cancer. When I was 4, I ate the dog's dick. When I was 5, I was in a band playing muse. When I was 6, I ate my dad's plums. When I was 7, I robbed a bank with ISIS. When I was 8, I became prime gorilla. When I was 9, I closed all the schools. When I was 10, they made me king of the racists. So that's what I am, that's what I be, with an M, with an I, with a K, with a cock. That's what I am, that's what I be, Mr. Mike, Mr. Michael, Mr. Rosen, Mr. Nice. And it's my birthday. I don't think it's funny. Do you know there are some people in the world who make hopes about me? It's been 40 years and I think I'm stopping the hopes, but, and this is a big but, I want to watch the telly right now. What programme shall I put on the telly? I know. Toenails. News. Haribo's granddad. Drink, drink, drink. Once my brother said, why don't we go to Holland for your birthday treat? We could spend all day there. Holland, looking at the canals. I think you know what I mean. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Yeah, I said, it'll be great. Mum said yes, so we took sandwiches and chocolate and drinks. I was really looking forward to it.
6.5 hours later.
Oh no, this is horrible! My plane crashed in a windmill. Here goes. Survival. Even as I speak. Would you believe it? I can see that they're going to make money off me. That's enough. Do we run around making foods about Michael Rosen? Do we go mixing Michael Rosen? The words, no we don't, no we don't, no it. You haven't heard a word I've said, have you? Refine deep sign.
Oh no, the moment I dread when Michael Rosen goes from being cheery to absolutely furious.
That's enough. I'm very glad you've got a telly programme about me. We're all glad you've got a telly programme about me. But what's it got to do with stopping the foods? The Michael Rosen bike gang is getting back together and try and stop me now.
Hooray! I got through! You can't see me. You don't know where I am. Am I in the paint pot? Am I in the jam? Am I in the sink? Am I in the train? Am I in the drawer? Am I in the plane? You can't see me.
The Hollywood.
You don't know where I am.
We went to this cafe and I had loads to eat. I had cod and chips. The cod was huge. And there were hundreds of chips. Hundreds and hundreds of them. And I ate the lot. Then Mum said,
am I in the bed?
Anyone want any
Go and have a
afters?
look. Snap the back.
And we
Am
looked
I
to
under
see
the
what it
table?
was. Stop right there. Someone is misting. His older sister, Anne.
You can't see me.
Little
I
man
got
would.
through.
His older sister, we went to
Am
this
I in the
cafe
paint
and
pot?
I had
Am I in
loads
the
to eat.
jam?
I had
Matt and
cod
Anna
chips.
sat
Cod
in the
was
waiting
huge.
room.
And there were hundreds of chips.
Hundreds
And
When I grow
hundreds
up,
of them. And I ate a
I'm
lot.
going to be a doctor.
Then Mum said,
Am I in the bed?
when I grow up,
I'm going to be a doctor.
Am I under the table? Hello, gang. Let's do mad dog stuff. Throw a plum at the window.
My brother once told me that Mum and Dad...
Oh no! And actually, that wasn't very nice. It was horrible.
Break the complete you day.
Am I on the shelf? Am I in a book?
Ha! You can't make coots. Now, I'm the smart Michael Rosen. Happy birthday, Michael Rosen from Refine Designer. The Michael Rosen rap. You may think I'm happy, you may think I'm sad, you may think I'm crazy, you may think I'm mad, but hang on to your seats and listen right here. I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn your ear. A hip hop hap. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen rap. I was born on the 7th of May. I remember very well that awful day. I was in my mother, curled up tight, though I have to say it was as dark as night. Nothing to do, didn't want to breathe. I was so happy, didn't want to leave. Then I hear some people give a shout, one push Mrs. Rosen and he'll be out. I'm telling you, that was a puzzle to me. I shouted out, how'd you know I'm a he? Doctor shouted, good Lord. The Sky Foogle. Yeah, baby, that's really dangerous, you know. No, Mum. He's spitting, and Mum says, right, I'm stopping the car. I am stopping the car. She stops the car. Now, if you two don't stop it, I'm going to put you out the car and leave you by the side of the road. He started it, and didn't he start?
Who do they think I am? Some kind of chocolate cake.
The Michael Rosen rap. You may think I'm happy, you may think I'm sad, you may think I'm crazy, you may think I'm mad, but hang on to your seats and listen right here. I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn you.
Harry Bugle. Oh.
Bubba and Zeta. My mum. So I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I love it. Well, look at it. Yeah.
Hot Dad. Eileen. Guy Foogle. Brains. No. Deep down,
your mother.
Get off me! Haribo. The cuck. Strict. We had a teacher who was so strict, you weren't allowed to touch this. He used to stand out the front going, can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this music. It hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me with the turn. I think it feels good when you know you're down. A pseudo boy from the boat town, and I'm known as such. And this is the beat you can't touch. I told you, oh boy, can't touch this. Yeah, that's how we living. And you know, can't touch this. Look in my eyes, man. Can't touch this. Let me bust the funky blur. Touch this frig. You kiss and hands. You got it like that now. You know you want to dance, so move out of your seat and get up, go and catch this feet up, rolling. Hold on, pump a little bit, let him know it's going on like that. Like that. Hold on, admission, so forward on back. Let him know that you're too much. And this is the beat they can't touch. I told you, can't touch this. Why are you standing there, man? Can't touch this. Go sound on the bell. This in sucker. Can't touch this. Give me a song or a rhythm making them sweat. That's what I'm giving them now. They know. You talking about the hammer? You talking about a show that's hyped and hype singers are sweating, so pass in point for a tape to learn what it's gonna take in the 90s to burn the charts. Legit. Either work hard or it might as well quit. That's word because you know. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. I have time. Go with the flow. It is said if you can't move to this, then you're probably dead. So wave your hands in the air. Bust a few moves around your fingers, rub your hair. This is it.
for a winner dance to this and you're gonna get in a move, slide, your run, just for a minute, let's all do yeah? Can't touch this. Look man, can't touch this. You better get my boy, cause you know you can't touch this. Ring the bell, school's back in. Break it down. Stop. I have time. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Break it down. Stop. I have time. Every time you see me, the hammer's just so hot. I'm dope on the floor and I'm magic on the mic. Now I would I ever stop doing this with others making records that's just dope hit by around the world from London to the Bay. It's a hammer, MC, hammer, and then West can go and play. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Yeah? Can't touch this. I told you. Can't touch this. I can't touch this. Get me out of here. Can't touch this. It's me, Boss 10.
Oh, son of a bitch! What?
It's me, Boss 10. It was me. All along, Boss 10.
Damn!
Michael, it's lunch time.
Michael, I'm talking to you. It's time for lunch.
And off we go. That's when I start eating things. You know, the dog's dinner. You cannot have the dog's dinner as your dinner because that's fucking horrible. Okay. I was starving. I was starving. All I had for breakfast was one birthday cake. But actually, that wasn't very nice. Got a bit sick actually. It was horrible. This isn't birthday cake. This is preposterous oil. So I drank the lot. Drink. Shram and sheddle. Diddle. Riddle diddle. Oh no! The moment I dread when I diddle sheddle. A hip hop hap. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen step.
Yo ho ho and yo ho ho and
Yo ho ho and
A bag of bums. That's enough. I was only saying.
Shut up, stinks. You can't walk in my husband.
Okay. Don't worry about it. We're all glad you've got an electronic dance boost. But what's it got to do with EBM? Precisely nothing.
I'll be your teaser.
It's cool, just cool, then into the mouth. Hello to everybody. I'm new around here, so please be nice. Anyway, you may think I'm a bit of a cool guy. Well, actually, I'm not. Yeah, I like sitting on my ass all day, masturbating and playing Terraria for 300 hours. I'm at it, and all the time my mum is not taking any notice of me, and then I start the masturbation. So everyone said, shh. I've said it's just a prank, bro. Stop right there. No masturbation in our school, lose. Fuck off, Matt. Screw you up the bum. The car trip. The car trip. The car trip. The trip. Have a drink. The car trip. The car trip. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Tidy your plums. They say fast food. A hamburger sat in a box waiting to be fridged. Once I went to the fridge, saw it out in there and I thought, what's in it? Smell it. We had a teacher who was so you weren't allowed to breathe in her lab. She used to stand out the front going, no, ding. And you had the whole morning to bed. The weak ones just used to keel over and die. You'd hear them going down behind you. Could die, could die, could die. And there was always a kid going, meh, can I go out and do some whining? And she'd say, no. Hot air. I like hot air. Plums. Quiet presents. I gave my mum and dad all the goldfishes. The hypnosis. Once a boy called Plums came to school and said, I can do people with my penis. So we go, okay, don't worry about it. My dad sitting up in bed doing me and my brother. My plums called me raisins because I just wouldn't go to bed with rats. Fridge. Once I went to the fridge, saw a fridge in there and I thought, what's in it? Chocolate cake. What cake? Smell it. Smells nice. Finger in, lick it. Tastes nice. I start to eat it. Dig in. And now I've got the taste of it in my mouth and I can't stop myself, so I go and I got all these slashes and I can't stop myself. And this goes on and on and on till the chocolate cake are gone. Hooray! And everything was lovely once again. Wonderful. Then I start doing the Michael Rosen raid.
I'm not going on a bear hunt again.
Hello! To die. My big birthday. Where I was so.
Yeah, it's in there. I know it. Yeah. What's it going?
Nice.
I've never seen anything quite so horrible in all my life. Hollywood, car trip in front of me, peeled off, squeezing your brain. I'm going to tell you something there. Mum says, right. It's good all soggy cake. Can't drive properly if you please. Good Lord, he can talk. It was dangerous. Shindo, he's got my book. Get off me!
Is that your vagina? Is he a big one? Galaxy? I took it on not good enough. Did you take Stephen? Is gross? It's just don't say anything. Don't that's my big okay. Hot little boy, your hand goes straight through the side of it.
Ah, that was the mistake. Slamming down.
Little boy. My dad.
Really good. Uh-oh. Jeez.
Then the doorbell rang. Right in the middle of our session. The doorbell. I went and answered the door. It was the
inspector. And he said, "What's going on?"
I've never heard anything like it. What have you got in there? Hot little boy. He went indoors. I dashed back to the front room. They were lying about all over the floor, panting and giggling. That was the
inspector.
He says we busted plums or something. Blimey, one of them says. Yeah. And they got up off the floor and dashed out the house. You can bet they didn't.
Shove it really hard and fast.
Watch out, everybody. The potato's really nice. We sit down to eat, and the potato's a bit hard. So I only put a little bit on my fork, and I blow. Blow.
Till it's cool. Just cool.
Then into the mouth.
Nice.
And there's my brother. He's doing the same. Yeah. Into the mouth. Nice. And there's my mum. She's doing my dad. Nice. And he turns to us and he says,
I had hoped that it wouldn't be necessary for me to tell you the actual reason as to why Terminator was unable to make his entry. But, and this is a big but, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. So here goes. Hello! Unfortunately, my entry was fucked up by a Vegas crash, and I was unable to retrieve the project. To the plums joker from Jimmy Davis. Right, now I had hoped that it wouldn't be necessary for me to tell you this, but I'm not making an entry for the Michael Rosen 70th birthday collab. I had hoped to make an entry, but I was too lazy to get started on making it. And before I knew it, there were only 7 days left. So sad. But I don't suppose I would have made anything that good. Anyway, so sorry. Kaboom! Ouch! The Michael Rosen fap. You may think I'm dead. You're right. Do you know, people say to me, if that's true, how come you're here to tell the tale?
Fair enough.
And I'll tell you, it's because Haribo's granddad tried to murder me. He came into my school. He says, I'm hoping to murder Michael Rosen. So he said, yeah, I bet you can't. So he said, okay, playtime. So playtime. We all went onto the playground. He said, right, who wants to go? So Trevor said, yeah, me. And he just fell over and died. Haribo's granddad tried something new. You know the kind of thing. But 6, it was lovely. Fiddle, riddle, diddle, diddle, fiddle, riddle, diddle, diddle for 3 hours. And all the time Trevor is dead. And that's when we get into really big trouble. My penis stands up. He just stands up. Haribo's granddad said, hey, come back here. So I said, you can't catch me. I'm Michael motherfucking Rosen. And then that really does it. So he said, it is time for you to die. I ran to our teacher, Miss Goodall. That was the mistake. You weren't allowed to breathe in her lessons. She used to stand out the front going, fucking me. Haribo's granddad. That was her mistake. Miss Goodall just fell over and died. Wonderful. The Michael Rosen rape. You may think I'm fapping, you may think I'm sad, you may think I'm gay, you may think I'm an electronic rabbit. But hang on to your seats and open your arse-hole, because in goes my fat, red penis. Fat. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen rabies. I was born out my mum's arse. I remember very well that awful day I was in my mother.
Here goes. Horrible.
I'm telling you, that was a puzzle to me. I shouted out, how'd you know I'm the piece of shit? Doctor shouted, good Lord, he can talk. Fat. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen rabies. When I was 1, I was drinking peach syrup. I think you know what I mean. When I was 2, I ate my goldfish. When I was 3, I started getting my sex. When I was 4, I ate the dog's dick. When I was 5, I was licking at my mum. When I was 6, I ate a bag of toenails. When I was 7, I fucked my sister. When I was 8, I jizzed in a paper bag. When I was 9, I became the Sky Fugel. When I was 10, they made me the queen of cock and my sex. So that's what I am. That's what I be, with a really long cock in my ass. There's my mum, she's doing my dad. And I said, no, May. A woman called May was born on the 7th of May. A woman used to look after us sometimes. Her husband was Michael Rosen. Chocolate sauce. Right. A birthday present. My mum and dad gave me all kinds of birthday presents. On the 7th of May, my mum and dad used to go round the shop looking at razors, rings for Haribo, chocolate salmons. My mum and dad was at Best Buy, and there it was the plum things. They were both made of chocolate except for the top. One was a pizza jug. The other jug was so strict. Magic. So my mum and dad bought these wonderful things and gave them to Michael Rosen. I said they were very nice. It's tea time and we're sitting at the table. And if anyone wanted any milk or sugar, I'd say, do you want milk in your tea? Could you get me the milk? Let me do it, Haribo. I get the milk. And the milk poured out of the plum thing. Oh, nice. I became the milk and sugar. I had to be the milk and sugar. We left the plum thing on top of the kitchen cupboard when we moved from that house. They're probably still there. Happy birthday, Plum King of May 7th. My dad just fell over and died. Oh no, no. The moment I dread when Dad died. Yeah. Once a boy called Horrible came to school and said, so off went my tongue round my face.
I can bomb London Airport.
Oh no! And off we go. When we got there, we all heard a terrible noise.
Get out! Get out of here!
No! Horrible. Don't be daft, says my brother. We're on the end of runway 4. You can't do a bomb on the end of runway 4, you fool. And that's when we get into really big trouble. Because it was then Horrible took this gold ring out of his pocket and he put it very carefully down on the ground and he starts up talking in this spooky voice. Oh no. And then he started dropping bombs. Oh no, this is horrible. But what happened? It was then I suddenly catch sight of my brother's big face poking out from behind Horrible. He stuffs a great big blade in Horrible. Wonderful. My brother said, why don't we go to London Airport for your birthday treat? We could... Brian, London Airport got bombed. Never mind.
Fucking right in the pussy.
Yeah, I like toenails. I've got hundreds and hundreds of them. When I was 6, I ate a bag of toenails, and I ate the lot. Nice. Do you know, people say to me, if Michael Rosen died, we know that, you fool. Really good. On Wednesday, Michael Rosen just fell over and died. Any other day, we'd have said, always knew you were a bit weak. But that day we said, ha! Gay! Down to eat. Michael Rosen, my mum said to me she had never seen anything quite so hot in all her life. Finger in, lick it, tastes nice. But he wasn't dead. It was just one of his tricks. Oh no! The moment I dread when Michael Rosen died. Quick! Get out! Get out of here! Michael Rosen escaped. We all got up and ran out the door and got away as fast as we could. Now Haribo is trying to invent planes that drop bombs to kill Michael Rosen. And there were hundreds of bombs. Hundreds and hundreds of them. You'd hear them going down behind you. Kaboom! 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 After the war was over, we never saw him again. And everything was lovely once again. Wonderful. Do you know, people say to me, if that's true, how come you're here to tell the tale? Fair enough, and I'll tell you, it's because magic. And none of us has ever seen Michael Rosen horrible snatch jizz. 6 eyes had a grey, really greyed penis. The Michael Rosen, a ball shot on you. I was born on the 7th of May. I remember very well that awful day. My mum and dad tried something new. My dad says, I want to again a ball shot. My mum said, that's really dangerous, you know. My dad says, no. Mum says, okay, don't worry about it. Here goes. The sides and the top could come closer and closer towards me. My mum said, get off that snatch. I keel over and die. Do you know, people say to me, if that's true, how come you're here to tell the tale? Fair enough, and I'll tell you, it's because toenails got away as fast as we could. Really good. Magic. Yes, here we go again. Lift the jug and fill my mouth with that thick, sweet juice. This isn't peach, this is... My mouth is full of snatch, thick snatch juice. What a drink. So I drank the lot. Wonderful. And then we went home. Michael Rosen had a nice birthday treat. You nag bag. Don't be cheeky. Horrible. I was starving. All I had for breakfast was 1 pee-pee and 15 pee-pee. So I bought a pee-pee and I ran and jumped on my pee-pee. I began to eat pee-pee. We had a teacher who was so strict, you weren't allowed to eat. She used to stand out the front going, no, and you had the whole morning to get through. The weak ones just used to keel over and eat. In the school prison, you'd hear them going. Goldfish. On Monday, my dad died. Wake up, wake up. My mum in the prison shouts, your dad went mad in the prison. And he just fell over and died. Tea time. It's tea time. And we're sitting at the prison table. And my dead dad was at the prison table. So we're sitting at my dead dad. And my dead dad wants Wimkin there. And then my mum says, Wim in prison. And my mum just fell over and died. Once more, from the beginning, I was a fat banana. But you lot, I'm not that good at it. The outing. Right, class. I'm talking. I want complete quiet. And that includes you, Trevor's eyes. Yes, you. No need to turn around, Trevor's eyes. There aren't any other Trevor's eyes here, are there? Louise. It isn't absolutely necessary for your watch to play us Vindaloo just now, is it? Right, as you know, it was our plan to go out today to the Sex Museum. Now, I had hoped that it wouldn't be necessary for me to tell you, yes, you as well, Abdul. I had hoped that it wouldn't be necessary for me to tell you how to have sex, but you haven't heard a word I've said, have you? It is because you never listen, but there's another reason, isn't there? Because of what happened last time. Let's remind ourselves of a few things, shall we? And this is a big butt with the knife stuck to the big butt. Would you believe it? Fan has put a blade of a knife in it. I don't believe it. I really don't. And Lloyd sat on his butt and burst it. When we get to the museum, do we put your cock in your ass for 3 hours? Do we leave your vagina behind, Louise? No, we don't. No, thank you, Mervyn. That's enough. I'm very glad you've got your jizz in your sock, Mervyn. We're all glad you've got your jizz in your sock, Mervyn, but what's it got to do with the Sex Museum? Precisely nothing. I'm very sorry, Mervyn, but nobody at all wants to know about your jizz. Not long after, a few days later, I went to the fridge, saw our cock in there. What's in it? Mervyn, jizz. Lift the jug and fill my mouth with that thick, sweet juice. Hi, everybody. Quick, 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 quick. Come over here, come over here. What? I say, that. Oh, yes. I am 70 years old. Michael's things. I noticed that my mum and dad were chocolate shaving sauce. No. With a little bit of wobbly. Wonder if they bend. Oh, no. I broke my mum and dad. No. I'm going to get into trouble now. I'll stick it back. No, it doesn't work. No. I'll make a chocolate cake. No, I bet not, actually. Don't tell your mother. Let's have ice cream. What did I say? Yeah. What did I say wrong? All I said was ice cream. No. So it's upstairs, into the bathroom, shut the door, and it was time to muck about. Plug in. Taps on, flick water at the mirror. And there's drops of water on the mirror and the drops start turning into pirates. And one drip's going faster than another drip. And I think it's a bit like the mozza brie cooking on the telly. So I start doing a Hina schmaltz. Can I have a drink? Of the night, I woke up and I thought, apricot cake. They said Michael Rosen goes from house to house, asking for some chocolate cake with just a few chopped cats on the top. So, in the morning, I get up,
and I go from house to house asking for some chocolate cake. Chocolate cake.
No! I can't get a moment's peace round here. Tea time. It's my birthday today, so I said, plums, 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 plums.
The watch. My mum and dad gave me a watch, not a posh watch, good enough to tell the time by them. And it went well enough until one day at a camp, we were playing
hot potato.
I was a sleasoup, and I had to get 20 pounds through the customs for us to win the game. Don't pull faces
at the
cat. Don't pick your ears. Ugh. Don't be rude at school. Who do they think I am? Some kind of fool. One day they'll say, fool. Don't pour gravy on the business. Don't put beer in your mum's ear. And don't stick business up your
dad.
Don't put confetti on your bed. And don't squash peas on your knees. Don't put ass in your pants. Don't put oh no, I broke me.
Conversations with Black Grandad. Do you want an apple? No, no. What do you want then? Business. Do you want something to eat? No. Do you want some puffed wheat? No. Yes. No. Yes. 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 What are you doing? Coming. What's the matter? I've got a headache in my foot. Now what's the matter? I've got a tummy ache in my business. Are you all right? I done saw a funny mucked up potato. Watch out, everybody. This is a new kid on the blocks. Today is my birthday and YTP. YTP. Need me. Ha! Anyway, I wanted a wee. You and the spoon. Look at that. Hello! Go! Oh no, this is horrible! Ha! Oh no! Mervyn? Whee! Kaboom! Balam bam boola, balam da diddy boom. Stop!
Hooray! I got through!
Yes, here we go again. Anyway, this is the first YTP of me, so don't be horrible. Okay, thank you, Mervyn.
Mum's dead. A sad thing happened this week. It was my mum. On the label, it says, the cohort breathes. When everyone was out, I went up to her and I put my ear right close up to her. But it had stopped breathing. I don't think Mum has noticed yet. And I don't know how to break the news to her. If I go up to her and say, Mum, you're dead, I think she'd be upset.
Oh no, this is horrible. I don't think it's funny.
No, this is nice.
Balls.
Wow, how original!
Laura laughs if she sees a ball bounce. Think, bang, intensifies. I don't think it's fucked. Science. Riddle diddle diddle fiddle 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 riddle diddle. For my birthday, I went to the fridge to see what was inside. Milk. This isn't milk. This is. My mouth is full of. Feel a bit sick, actually.
Wow!
I mean, went to London to see the fiercest chap in London. Suddenly we all heard a terrible noise. There was an awful yelling and crying. There was the noise of crying and someone shouting. Suddenly the man came running and he screamed, "Quick, get out!" And then we went home. Mum said, "Did you have a good time?" Nope.
It was ages ago. It was ages ago. Solomon the competition in the paper. It was stores, and the best stores would be printed. I thought I'd go for it. So I'm sitting there with my paper. My comic was printed in the paper. Would you believe it, the things people do? If I had the time, if I had the book, if I had the cat, I'd try and get hold of that paper and the shit out. This he's gonna get into bed tonight after I'm asleep, and his feet are gonna get all prickled up and covered in grey, mucky, grey, slimy, mucky, grey stuff. Really hard sums to do. I couldn't do them. 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 I was stuck. And my brother, he sees me and I'm stuck. He's cock in my mouth, and now I've got the taste of it in my mouth and I can't stop myself, so I go, you push, 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 push. 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 And I went all red and we had won the game. Grab my prick, I'm furious. I'm going to come all over his face. So us. We gave you the cock so you could tell the prick to knock off. Sauce the cash. Stuff it in my... Boom, 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 boom. Ah! Nine. Ah! 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 Nine. Ah!
Can I have a drink? Yes. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Quick! Get out! Get out of here! The Spectre is coming in. Fiddle, riddle, diddle, diddle, fiddle, riddle, diddle, diddle. Nice. What's in it? Get out of here! Okay. Don't worry about it. Ah! What a friend you're my friend Hans. Oh, look. Oh. Nice. Get off me! What's in it? What a friend you're
How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes, got nowhere to run.
Michael Rosen.
Goes on as I'm fading away.
Thank you, Mervyn. That's enough. That's enough. Right, get out! Granddad here? Anyway, happy birthday to me.
Hello, buddy.
Oh no! Haribo's granddad is still here. He was watching me. He was a nice man, Haribo's granddad. He had a tick full of books and 4-year-olds from the wall bars. Haribo's granddad starts reading really hot books.
Get some sleep now, or otherwise you'll be too tired to work on it.
The Michael Rosen, really good. Rap. May think I'm happy, you may think crazy, you may think seats and listen right here. I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn your ear. A hip hop, a hit the Michael Rosen rap. I was born at 10, they made me king of snorting away like mad. Queen Juliana. And he looked at our fat banana. Burn your ear. A hit rap. Grew cheese and ate tulips. Brand Hans from Holland. Really well. Well, Queen Juliana is a fat banana. Said, good, he said. You're wrong. Didn't want to breathe. I walked, I juked and jived around.
I started getting thinner when I was
the Vikings. Closed all the schools and stuck blue strips of paper. Really good. What do they eat in Holland? And Vikings. They grew cheese and ate these nuts. One day, our cheese was snorting Miss Goodall, and we kept talking about plums, giggling. A project. King of the plums. I closed all these nuts. And he's watching me, but I don't give him any. Then there's vanilla ice cream. You weren't allowed to breathe in her lessons. She used to stand out the front going, no thing. How come you're here to tell the There's Dave. Hard luck, Dave. Always knew you were a bit wheat sauce.
Sauce.
Oh, no. What's in it? A syrup. What syrup? Smell it. So I drank the lot. Lift the jug and fill my mouth with that thick, sweet juice. This isn't peach, this is... My mouth is full of thick... I wonder who put that there. Mad in...
I'm the flyest in the world. I'm the flyest in the world. I'm the flyest in the world. Who you know that's better than me? Nope.
That's really dangerous, you know. Right. Can I have a sweet? I don't care. Don't
pour gravy on the baby.
It was lovely. That's really dangerous, you know. Filling my cheeks so as not to taste it so much. That's really dangerous, you know. I'll finish it, he says. And Mum turned to me and said, never mind, dear. I don't suppose you'll ask for one of those again, will you? That's really dangerous, you know. I don't suppose I will. David Alexander.
Don't put ants in your pants.
That's really dangerous, you know. It was David Alexander. That wasn't very nice. And off we go. Look out the window. There's a window. I don't care. Can I have a beer? Get off me! That's my beer. Oh yes, this is peach syrup again. Lift the jug and drink some more, and drink some more.
That reminds me of that one. You remind me of a man. What man?
Of a man. What man?
A man of power. What power? What man? The power of hoodoo. Hoodoo? You do. Do.
It's the 7th of May. Nice. Sun.
My mum made
Plum.
Oh, I love
Plum.
my mum. She says to me, I don't understand
Her. It's no good. It's useless. May. Is it the 7th of May already? Oh yes, of course. Ha! Hooray! Once my friend Ryan, the sloppy fag, came to school and said, Michael Rosen, will you fuck my snatch? So I said, yes. And we're both fucking like mad. Really good. And then we start the moaning. Smell it. Smells nice. Finger in, lick it. Tastes nice. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Oh yes. Oh, this is good. This is penis. It's hurting. I've got to do it. Here goes. Jeez. Mum said, did you have a good time, boys? Ryan said, it was great. Really great. And how about you, she said to me. How was your birthday? 6. All right. I said, all right. Well, actually, it was fucking fantastic. The cum tastes nice. Once I went to the fat, red Viking prick. He was standing on St Pancras station waiting for the train, Tamworth Hempstead. Hi, everybody. Anything happened today? So I said, hello, fat, red Viking prick. Look at the MC Stanley I found.
Did I hear that right?
Yes, Mr. Viking.
Let's have a look.
Actually,
Let's have a look. Let me have a look at it.
okay, playtime, so playtime. We all turned up to see the best rap in the world.
Hello again, YouTube. It's me again, Many Pills.
Hello!
I'm going to do Tinchy Strider Game Over.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Obviously there is a lot of different bits in it. Why not? Here it goes.
When you're ready.
Time to get that profit going. West till all my niggas rocket rolling. I don't even think I'm
Surely not. I don't like it very much.
Well, that was my attempt at Game Over.
Okay, snatch-tastic. It was then I noticed the man in the room. He had a moustache. He was talking to a phone.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
My viewers, it is your hyperactive
blue speeding blur
hyperstatic 00000000002 here. And today, well, it's nighttime here, it'll be daytime for you over in America, China, wherever it's morning.
No shit.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll stick to that intro, but it's a good start.
Fantastic. You're right. Great. Quite right. tell fibs, my dad calls me the Sky Foogle. When I come in from playing with my clothes a bit fucked up, he calls me murderers. I said, fuck you, Dad. Queen Juliana is a fat banana. Ah, that was the mistake, saying Queen Juliana is a fat banana. The Queen of Holland is Queen Juliana. Box. Right, class 6. Quiet, please. Haribo's granddad. Keel over and die. Keel over and die. Once my brother said, why don't we keel over and die? I said, no, that's you. My brother said, why don't we go to London Airport? I said, that was the mistake, Brian. You can see 2 planes. I'm dying for a way.
Yeah. You're racist.
Sometimes you come.
Oh, they all look the same to me, mate. All of them. All
Brian
look the same to me.
And lock.
Beginner for me to sit it.
Haribo, 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 go, 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 go.
No.
Nice.
Hello, this is the Michael Rosen. You know, today I'll be reviewing some cool trick. It's about 2 little girls who want to duck each other. You know, it had sex. Fantastic. Well, actually, it's about 1 little girl who wants to duck another little girl. A bit okay, but okay. Oh, another thing. She's a pervert, a liar, and says die so key to the other girl, even though she doesn't know what love is. You know, there's that. But, and this is a big but, it's really cute. Really cute. So all it's okay. Thank you all for watching the Michael Rosen you know the Sky Foogle. Haribo, who turned up round our way once, put up a tent in the park he did, put notices all round the street saying that his granddad had died. And he was going to put on show a terrifying creature called his granddad. No one had ever seen this thing before. The show was on for 2 o'clock the next. The fiercest animal in the world. Haribo took the money at the door. We all poured into the tent with a curtain in front of it. We all sat down and waited. Haribo went off behind the curtain. Suddenly we all heard a terrible noise. Yelling and crying. There was the noise of stepping over kids just to get out the room. Chains rattling. Haribo. Clothes were torn. There was blood on his face and he screamed. Escaped. We all got up and ran out the door and got away as fast as we could. By the time we got ourselves together, Haribo had gone. We never saw him again. None of us ever saw our money ever again either. And none of us has ever seen the Haribo guy.
Chocolate cake. When I was a boy, I had a favourite treat. It was chocolate cake. My mum made chocolate cake. Oh, I love chocolate cake. My mum, she says to me, yeah. And I'd get to school, and it would be playtime or lunchtime, and I'd open up the box, take it out.
Michael Rosen cuts the cheese. We had a teacher who was so hot, we used to keel over and die. You'd hear them going down behind you. Do you know, at the beginning of the week, there were 5 kids in my class. At the end of the week, there were only 48 of them left. There's Melanie. That's a shame, she was really nice. Do you know, people say to me, if that's tail, how come your tail to tail the tail? Fair enough, and I'll tail you. It's because there was an inspector coming in. So moustache spits thick cooking oil all over the weak ones. They used to string you up from the wall bars. So I figured it out. What you had to do was put your thumb round the edge of the toenails. Survival. We sit down to eat, and the tomato was a bit hot. My mum says, eat it, and I say, keel over and die. She says, eat it, and I say, keel over and die. The tomato was pushed into my mouth, and just like I thought, into the mouth. There's my mum, she's doing the same. Nice. My dad, what does he do? He stuffs a great big chunk of plasticine into his mouth, and then that really does it. His eyes pop out and ran out of the bar, and he just fell over and died. Tea time. It's tea time, and my dad wants butter for his breasts. Could you get me the thick cooking oil? Okay. I get the knife and then I cut into his flesh. The horrible car trip. And off we go. And then we start the moaning. Look out the window. There's murderers and mad dog stuff. Now he's biting my toenails. Right. Now, if you two don't stop it, I'm going to put you inside a box. Can I have thick cooking oil? At school, we were doing a project. Our project was wood, and stuck blue strips of paper onto white strips of paper. They were windmills, and we kept talking about strippers. Nice. In the end, I ate tulips. Our teacher, Miss Tomato, he was going to inspect her. Really good. Miss Tomato was trying very hard not to look fat, and then he asked, who cut the cheese? No one was breathing. There was silence. No one knew who cut the cheese. I put up my hand. Yes, said the inspector, Queen Banana is a fat Jew. Quite right. Straight. You weren't allowed to smoke in her lessons. She used to stand out the front going, no, breathe.
And you have the whole morning to get through.
Do you know, people say to me, if that's true, how come? If that's true, fair enough, and I'll tell you, it's because when I was at school, we used to sit at desks with lids, and some of us figured out what you had to do was snatch a quick snack under the desk lid when she wasn't looking. So once more, from the beginning. No. Boom. That was take two. Some of slamming the desk lid down. If you made a noise with the desk lid, it was school's out. School's out forever. Prison. Man, I've been up here for 3 weeks. Six. And they're nibbling my toenails. So I figured it out. What you had to do was put your thumb round the edge of the desk lid, so when it went down, it didn't make noise. Once more, from the beginning. No plan stroke. The weak ones. Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. The whiny ones. Can I go out and do some breathing? No. You got all playtime to do it. Survival. Whoa. It's my birthday today. Hooray! I'm 203 years old. Well, actually, I'm 70. Fantastic. Look. Box. Birthday present. Fantastic. Yeah, there it is. Can I take it out? Just have a little look at it. And then that really does it. Watch out, everybody. The chocolate cake is really hot. Kaboom!
You are nothing. Prepare to die.
Here you go, lucky boy.
Hello!
Round 1, fight.
Oh no! It's the blade of a knife in there. It's your skull, squeezing your brains. Kaboom! 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 Can I have a drink?
The nomadic fool.
Keel over and die. Ah! But this isn't fair. Out! Nice, Michael Rosen. You won. Lift the jug and drink a bit, and drink some more. Drink a lot. Oh no!
Hooray! I got through! Why? Mum's dead cake.
Somebody in here, it's your birthday.
It's your birthday.
Somebody in here, it's your birthday.
It's your birthday.
Somebody in here, it's your birthday.
It's your birthday.
Everybody move like it's your birthday. Birthday? Mama dance on your birthday. Mama don't bring it down on your birthday.
When my mum and dad went out, we moved the chair to the end of the chair, and then we used to take it in turns to bop the city. Stand by! Whee! Ka-flump! Then we put another chair on the chair, on the chair, on the chair, on the other end of the chair, and ram the table up close to that table, leap off the table like a red
Shoehorn.
Yahoo! I asked Haribo, Tony Sanders, Haribo, there's Lizzie Gray and Haribo over, and all 7 of us went round. Great! Hey, after we've bombed the city, we could trampoline with the chair for a bit. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. And then if we pulled the table out of the table, we could do Mom, stand by for bomb, whee, ka-flump, onto the city, trampoline, bouncy, 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 red
Shoehorn.
Yahoo! Under the cushions, thudder, 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 screaming our heads off, round and round. Then the doorbell rang.
It was at this moment that Michael knew. He fucked up.
My light fitting has just fallen out of my light fitting. I've never heard anything like it. My has just fallen out of my ceiling. Then the doorbell rang.
We know that, you fool.
Then, all quiet, he said. My light fitting has just fallen out of my ceiling. Your sis. They were lying about all over the floor, dead. Then they got up off the floor and
died.
mother was a primary school teacher, but when she was in her early 40s, she took study leave to do a diploma in cheese here in London. I remember coming, the house was dark and I thought no one was in. I opened the door to the living room and saw I was sitting. I asked later, I heard her say to my father, and I'm quoting, "It's all a matter of doing." My brother, the family satirist, and he had started a new routine where he would pretend to be my mother, look into the distance and say, "No." Afraid of doing and doing wouldn't or couldn't capture, wouldn't anything worth knowing. And yet, the phrase has been some kind of pole star for me. So from the this week, I decided I am going to stop calling myself a or a broadcaster. I'm going to call myself a activist. I hope my mother would like that. No, I'll rephrase that. I'm going to suggest that all children, students and teachers, perhaps all human beings, come, squeezing a sponge, say, literature, doers, and the doers. I'm sure that my mother would like doers. I think you know what I mean. That is now even more with the Camtronic 16. The Michael Rosen World Tour. Hello everyone, it's me, Michael Rosen, and today on the 7th of May is my birthday. And then the presents came in, he had a moustache. Camtronic 16 said, why don't we go to London Airport for your birthday treat? We could spend all day going round the world, it would be great. Yeah, I said, it'll be great. So he took off and flew into the air. So we got to Amsterdam. When we got there, what do you think was the first thing we happened to see? Just like I thought, this is a place in Holland. Of course. It was then I rolled down the street. Hey, come back here. Boom. Ah! Are you all right? I done got a fucking headache. Quick, come and have a look. It's a chocolate cake.
It was a chocolate shop. Suddenly, it appeared. Something rather nice. I think you know what plums. So I bought these wonderful things. It was then I noticed the sign opposite. It said, a match did I made it wine and fun cheese. After that, we used magic to fly to man. Me and my brother wants a sausage. So I bought first guy there and I thought, so I said, hello, good, and good. Hi, good, Scheiße. Wonderful. And then we went home.
Michael Rosen 70th birthday.
My light fitting has just fallen out of my ceiling.
Why is
my light fitting just fallen out of my ceiling? My light fitting has just fallen out of my ceiling.
Because I loved my brother. But one day my parents said that my brother was going to move out. He was going to have a room of his own. We wouldn't share anymore. So, hooray! He moved out the model cars he had made, and the model trains, and the model planes. And soon, nothing happens. That's then. I had an idea. I had a metal room, a hard steel room with sharp edges and corners. I got into bed with this metal ruler, and just where the bed meets the wall, just out of sight of anyone looking, I started to scratch the room with the hard cork of the metal room. Scratch, scrape, 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 scratch, 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 scrape, 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 scratch, 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 scrape, 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 scratch, 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 scrape, scrape, scrape. scrape, 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 scratch, 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 scrape, 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 scratch, 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 scrape, 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 scratch, 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 scrape, scrape, scrape. I was making a hole through to my brother's cork. I twisted the cork of the metal ruler round and round and round, and so nothing happens. And after ages of scratching and scraping, all I'd made was a little tiny cork in the wall. So I went to sleep. The next night, and the next, nothing happens. Scratch, 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 scrape, scrape, scrape. The dent got a tiny bit deeper. And the next night, and the next, scratch, 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 scrape, scrape, scrape. After a few nights, I reached a bit of room. Should I try to scrape through the room or round it? I decided to go over the top. But this would make the hole wider, and maybe someone would see it, but I didn't care. I had to go on. I had to make the room. I had to get through to my brother's cork. Scratch, 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 scrape, scrape, scrape. There was now a little cat in the wall, a secret cat. I wet my fingers in my cork and then dabbed the dry plaster with my shop downstairs. The plaster went dark. The secret cat is wet. What if I could shrink myself down and crawl through it, be an explorer bravely climbing through the dangerous room? Will I get through, or will I be dead in here forever? Just then, my dad popped his head round the door. I give you one more chance to finish those beans, or you don't go to Tony's,
he said all cheerily.
I hadn't heard him come.
Oh no, he mustn't see it. So I sat up in the bed and quickly twisted round to cover up the room. He mustn't see the room. But he saw me do this sort of sitting up, twisty round thing. Oh no, he's seen me. Instead of going back downstairs, he opened the shop downstairs and walked into the room. Still cheery, he says, what's that you're doing? What are you covering up there? Nothing. Because I can see that. Still cheery, he says, oh, come on. Come away from the room. Let me have a look. What could I do? I had to let him see, so I had an idea. And he saw it straight away. The hole in the room. Oh no. It's the moment the shop downstairs was dead. It's the moment when the shop downstairs was dead. He stood there, staring at the hole in the room. He pointed at it. What's that? He says. It's a hole in the room. I can see it's a hole in the room. He says, but how in heaven's name did you make a hole in the bedroom room with this? I said. And I pulled the metal cork from under the covers. He slapped his hand on his forehead. You've wrecked the room, he says. He shouted for my mum. Mum, come and have a look at this. And of course, my brother comes running along behind her. All three of them stood by my bed, staring at the hole in the room. Look what he's done, says my dad. Look at it. He's wrecked the room. It's wrecked. Oh, Michael, says my mum. My brother is giggling and giggling. It must have taken him ages, he says. And Mum is saying, but Michael, what did you think you were doing? And why did you do it? And I said, I was trying to get through to Brian's cork. And my brother says, but Mick, you could have just got up, walked out the room, walked across the land and in through my cork. Hello! It's my birthday and my mum's just given me a cake. It was huge. It was taller than me. And I ate the lot. My brother said, why don't we go to Hollywood for your birthday treat? Yeah, I said, it'll be great. And then we went home. Mum said, did you have a good time, boys? And my brother said, yes. What programme shall I put on the telly? I know, the 6 o'clock. Brian!
I don't think it's funny.
It was then I noticed my brother's cake got screws in it. I was trying very hard not to laugh. I wonder who put that there.
Into the mouth.
And Mum said,
leave it alone.
Okay. Don't worry about it. And everything was lovely on my birthday.
if a windmill falls in Holland and there's no one there to hear it, does it make a sound? Hello! My mum calls me. When I breathe, my dad kills me. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's being dead. And if there's another thing I can't stand, it's my dad killed me when I'm already dead. I tried to talk to him. Hey, what do you want for your birthday? Did someone say birthday? I think someone said birthday. Never mind. I guess I was hearing things. You know, birthday stuff. Anyway, because today is nothing special. I'm going to do nothing that is not completely ordinary. And off we plumb. Conversations with Haribo's dead granddad. Do you want an apple? I'm asking you if you would like an apple. You may want an apple, but I cannot give you one if you don't tell me. Can you even hear me? Oh, you're dead. Ha! So now I fill my mouth with that thick, sweet apple. The hip-hop hap.
Yeah, that's not very funny.
You may think I'm a terrifying creature called the 2-year-old. Oh no! Haribo. Once my friend Haribo came to school, he had a moustache. It was huge. So I drank the English Channel. Wonderful. And then we went home. When we got there, my brother fell over and died. And then he started breathing very, very quietly. I rushed over to my brother. He wasn't dead. It was just one of his tricks. Useful in all her life. Blimey. You useless rolled up raisin. My mum said, where have all the raisins gone? So everyone said, shh. And Dave said, I was only saying. So everyone said, shh. Haribo came to school crying. So everyone said, shh. And then he started crying again. And all of Haribo is so sad. Once my friend Haribo came to school selling hot food. And we looked to see what there was. There was one sloppy, cheesy pizza. Don't like that. There was jam in your sandwiches. Don't like that. And there was ice cream. I like that. But it's not hot food. So I punched his big face. Kaboom. Ow! Yeah. And Mum turned to me and said, out, go to prison. I don't suppose you'll punch Haribo again, will you? I don't suppose I will. The birthday. I nagged my mum and dad for my brother's hard steel ruler. Oh, go on. I'd love a metal ruler. One of those ones with sharp edges and corners. Oh, go on, please. It was no good. I wasn't getting anywhere. Then came my birthday. On the table was a big box. In the box, the metal ruler. My dad took it out the box. You see that ruler, he says? It's really big. That is great. Wow. So that night, just out of sight of anyone looking, I started to scratch my dad with the hard corner of the metal ruler. Scratch, 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 scrape, scrape, scrape. I was making a hole through the side of his face. I twisted the corner of the metal ruler round and round and round. All he did was put his hand out to the side of his face as if there was some kind of terrible pain in the middle of his brain. So I went to sleep. The next night, my dad popped his head round the door. Good night, Mick, he said all cheerily. Oh no, he's seen me. Instead of going back downstairs, he opened the door and walked into the room. Still cheery, he says, I don't love you. So I said, your face is broken. Oh no, it's the moment when the cheery stuff stops. And my dad says, what do you mean, it's broken? It couldn't have just broken. How did it break? With this, I said. And I pulled the metal ruler out from under the covers. He slapped his hand on his forehead. You've wrecked my face, he says. He shouted for my mum. Connie, come and have a look at this. For weeks and weeks, he nags a stupid that he wants one of these metal rulers. And the first thing he does is tunnel through the side of my face. And Mummy's saying, but Michael, what did you think you were doing? And why did you do it? And I said, I'm English, I'm stupid.
God's only Vegas. I don't understand it. So there I was making terrible jokes about how I learnt YouTube. Here goes. No, I bet not actually. Anyway, once my brother said, why don't we go to London Airport for your birthday treat? We could spend all day there, it'll be great. Yeah, I said, it'll be great. Mum said, no. Me and my brother had to go to bed and stay there. Anyway, after a few months of this, me and my brother tried something new. We took bombs. Well, actually, they weren't plums. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. And off we go. When we got there, my brother found out that there was this bus that you could go on, a kind of trip round the runways so you could get right close up to the big jets. Bombs! Great, really great. So he got the tickets and we got onto the bus, and as we were getting on, I said, Brian, I want weed. So he goes, well, you can't now. This is the last bus today. It's just about to go. We won't get on another one. Brian, I want weed. So he goes, look, you can't now. It'll wait. It's not that long a time to wait. So we got on. The bus started up and away we went. The driver starts going, we're coming to runway 4 now. If you look to your right, you can see 2 planes. I'm dying for a spliff. I said, it'll go away, says my brother. I want a puffy. I said, what's the matter? Said the man in front. He wants weed. Well, actually, he wants a weed, said my brother. Well, you can wait, can't you? Said the man. No! I said, well, don't do it here, will you, Sonny? He says, can we stop the bus? I said, don't be daft, says my brother. We're on the end of runway 4. You can't smoke on the end of runway 4. And the bloke driving the bus goes, if you look out of your window, you can see a Muslim. Sorry, I've got to do it. The bus went on. We saw more planes and more planes and more planes. Here goes, I said. Then the bus stopped. I rushed off the bus. I got to the toilet and everything was lovely once again. Wonderful. The front door opened. Hello! I said, that was the mistake. Me and my brother went to prison. I never did blow up that airport. I don't suppose I will.
How you doing?
Stop right there. It's Michael Rosen. Where do you think you're trying to go? I don't know. Right. I'm stopping the... I am stopping the... Michael Rosen.
Key to more successes.
Ow! That hurt! I didn't hurt you. Plums. 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 Plums.
Lion.
You can't catch me, I'm the speedy Michael Rosen. I've got the taste of it in my mouth and I can't stop myself, so I go and I got all these slices and I go and I can't stop myself. Oh no, it's all gone.
Doors that was closed, I ripped the doors off and took the hinges off, and when I took the hinges off, I put the hinges in the boy's hands. Yeah, in the boy hands. You know, I took the whole door off from the hinges and I put it in the boy's hands.
Keel over and die.
Do you know, people say to me, if that's true, how come you're here to tell the tale? Fair enough, and I'll tell you, it's because the door was actually a secret sport to the birthday treat.
Ow! That hurt! You smart. You very smart. We the best. You a genius. I appreciate you.
Chocolate cake. And I got all these slices and I can't stop myself. Oh no! It's all gone.
Another one.
And I got all these slices and I can't stop myself. Horrible. 2 days my birthday, and I was doing nothing but having fantastic sex with Ines. Nice. And this is a big but. You haven't heard a word I've said, have you? This is a big but. I have to tell you how to Ines, don't I? Why? Why? All right. No need to shout, blimey. Yes, because of what happened last time. Let's remind ourselves of a few things, shall we? We went to this cafe and I had loads to stuff. There were 48 plums in my glass, but my brother, what's he doing? He stuffs a great big chunk of plums into listen, snatch, and then that really does it. One sloppy, cheesy pizza with the melting cheese and tomato stuff. Claire, it was then I noticed the Hollywood on its own, right in the middle of a tray, with a little paper stuck in the top. Claire had this really long spoon to stuff the Hollywood. My ass was announced. Hard luck. Michael Rosen, always knew you were a bit weak, my ass.
Oh no, this is horrible.
Now, when you're ready, when you're quiet, we'll all... Now, when you're ready, when you're quiet, we'll all...
Oh no! You're the one.
Quick! Get out! Get out of here!
So fun.
Well, he's escaped.
Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you.
Ah! Oh no!
And that's when I get into really big trouble.
Get off me!
That's my penis. I hate sex with Bernie. It was horrible. Ducks. Rats. Suddenly, my brother appeared. Stop right there, Bernie. Are you gay?
Yes, indeed I am gay, and I'm also dressed up for some of us.
A fox got a do and a fox got a ginger beer snowboard. What the fuck is a ginger beer snowboard? I don't know. And then we went home.
Michael Rosen, how was your birthday treat?
All right. I said, all right. But I wanted to fuck Ines. And he wouldn't let me. And I cried.
Swing and a miss.
I don't know how to start this video. Maybe I should make a racist remark, or maybe a kind of little round the mouth. It was lovely. I don't know. Story time. Here's me, and I had just turned 70 years old, and my mum's just given me nothing. Because she died 40 years ago. Well, actually, she's just given me a goldfish.
Do it.
Anyway, my mum says, eat it. Fag it. but I wanted a bag of plastic. Be necessary. I was starving for hot snatch and blimey. I'm never saying that again. Get out! Get out of here!
Stop right there. You won't get very far. Ow! That's really dangerous,
It's
you know.
Skyfall.
Catch that prick. No one in.
Oh no, this is terrible! No, get me out of here! I don't want to say plums again.
Well, this isn't fair. You promised you'd stay.
I want a chair.
Okay. Don't worry about it. Ow! Piece of shit. Die.
And then we went home. Mum said, the birthday special. I'll tell you what I do. And it's my birthday. Oh yes. If there's one thing I love, it's fat, slimy, virgins, typing away like mad, making all kinds of crap. Out. My sister, windmills. And my sister, doing things. You know, murderers and mad dog snatch. I don't think it's funny. Actually, I think it's really horrible. And so are you fags? Yes, you. No need to turn around. There aren't any other poem-killing niggers here, are there? You make me feel a bit sick, actually. Keel over and die, you pricks. I'm out of here! I like it when you go to those places where they have those hot 15-year-old girls. And if there's one thing I love, it's a fat, red 15-year-old snatch. I love the feel of my tongue and lips on the tight skin. Nice. No! Once I went to the fridge, saw our jug in there and I thought, what's in it? A syrup. What syrup? Smell it. Smells nice. Finger in, lick it. Tastes nice. Lift the jug and drink a bit. Oh, this is good. This is peatness. What a drink! So I drank the lot. Not long after, a few days later, I went to the fridge, saw our jug in there. What's in it? A syrup. Yes, here we go again. Lift the jug and fill my mouth with that thick, sweet juice. This isn't peatness. This is... My mouth is full of toenails. Thick toenails. I wonder who put that there. I've got a ball sack.
Chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain.
The coolness and the wetness and the peatness. Tomato 2, or How I Learnt to Love Sex with a 2-year-old. She said I said he lied, but I said she said he lied. When you said she said I said he lied, he said, I don't care. Fuck off. Teachers sometimes ask me, what's the best way to get sex with a 2-year-old? And one of the ways I answer is to suggest that the first thing to do is to create a rape-friendly classroom. In other words, you can't really talk about rape unless you think about children finding pleasure. And as we know, this might be about the deepest snatch. Right, class 6. Right, class 6. I'm fucking Zoe under the desk and she's a jolly good fuck. Anyway, I want sex, and that includes butt sex and gang rape. 1, 6, hated 7. I don't know, because 7, 8, 9 by sex you all 2-year-old who's really hot. The Michael Rosen rave.
Michael Rosen.
And the Hollywood. We went to Tomato, and I had loads to eat. I had cod and plums and windmills and the Vikings and rats and 2-year-old and pizza and giraffes. In the mouth, it was lovely. Dad said, he won't eat it. They're huge. But Mum said, no, if he wants, he can have it. Dad said, waste of plums. Mum said, peanuts, please. And we waited. Then, suddenly, it appeared on its own, right in the middle of a tray, with a little plum stuck in the top. Everyone in the cafe looked round. What's that? Oh, yeah, that's penis. Oh, yeah. Slimy little penis. And the woman put it down in front of me. The penis. It was huge. It was taller than me. And I had this really long spoon to eat it with, and now, everyone was looking at me. I had to reach up to get to the penis. Got it. In the mouth. It was lovely. Dig in. Dad loves the wet penis. Nice. I love the feel of my tongue and lips on the tight skin. Then I make my teeth cut into the flesh so the juice jumps into my mouth. The coolness and the wetness. So now I get some pepper and put a few grains on the flesh. So with my next bit, a tasty feel starts under my tongue. I get a piece of bread and all the wheaty, mealy stuff mixes with the juicy penis. And that's the way it goes down now. And a lovely, wet, grainy, savoury, flavoury, round the mouth, fruity, bready mush. But my brother, what's he doing? Ducking my mum and dad. But I don't give duck. The front door opens. Hello! My mum calls out. She's trying to little rattly noises with the penis. Let us in, Brian, says my dad cheerily. I'll tell you what I do. I shove it really hard and fast, and it bangs against my mum and dad. Conversations with a 2-year-old. Do you want an apple? No. What do you want then? Penis. Do you want something to eat? No. Do you want some puff? Hot food. Yes. What are you doing?
Your mother.
What's the time?
Chocolate cake.
Go wash penis in the bathroom. My penis aren't in the bathroom. What's the matter? I've got a headache in my big butt. What's the matter? I've got a tummy ache in my headache. Are you all right? I don't.
Your mother.
Nice.
Nice.
Fridge. Once I went to the fridge, saw our jug in there, and I thought, what's in it? A penis. Smells nice. Finger in, lick it. Nice. Yes, here we go again. Lift the jug and fill my mouth with that thick, sweet juice. And actually, it was fat banana. And I said, my mouth is full of plums. My friend Harry said, I want sex. And I said, I'm not taking any notice of Haribo. And then that really does it. My friend Haribo, he stuffs a great big penis in my mouth. My mouth is full of hot food. In the mouth, it was lovely. That's when my friend Haribo starts doing little rattly noises with that penis. Diddle diddle, riddle diddle. For 3 hours. So that's what I am, that's what I be, with an M, with an I, with a K, with an E. That's what I am, that's what I be, Mr. Mike, Mr. Michael, Mr. Rosen, Mr. Penis.
Oh no! It's all gone. Oh no! They're bound to notice now.
Is that you, Michael? You still up? You promised you'd stay in bed. It isn't fair. I'm just dozing off. Oh, was that piece of paper there before? It said, nice. Birthday treat for your little gang.
Can we count on
Oh no! You can't do a runway 4 London. Hello, Mervyn, but hello, Michael Rosen. How was your birthday treat? All right. I said, all right.
Quick, get out of here. The security has escaped.
Oh no, there's Melanie. We all got up and ran out the door and got away as fast as we could. Mervyn, but who is Melanie? My sister. I remember very well that nice day. And we kept talking about sex. Hello, Michael Rosen. I know something's going on, so he looked round, and there's a security guard with his finger poking out just like my dad, and I'm standing there laughing, oh no! And that's when we get into really big trouble. Hoped that it wouldn't be necessary for me to tell you how to keel over and die. But you haven't heard a word I've said. Doctor, I think it's really bad news. They don't, you know, for Michael Rosen, of course. Ha! Doctor, are we nearly there? I don't know.
Ow! That hurts! I didn't hurt you!
Hello, Michael Rosen could not be here today, so I'm gonna host this tree.
Stop right there. Haribo, why are you hosting?
You said I can host the tree.
I did not say that.
Crap. Anyway, today is a special day for you. Do you know what day it is today?
It's moustache day.
No, you fool.
It's broken toenails day.
No, again.
On. Yes, it's my windmill. And it's
just check your and
of course, it's my birthday.
Yes, I was going to jump out the window if you did not get it correct.
I mean, it's the day I stuffed a potato in my butt.
Right. I'm jumping out the window.
Hard luck. Haribo always knew you were a bit weak. Anyway, yes. Of course, it's my birthday and I'm 70 years old. I don't believe it. I really don't. I'm getting really old and all the poop will come back to make a huge birthday collab out of me. Now, get ready for some random jokes.
Stop right there. Get on with the entry. All ready?
Okay, you want an entry. I shall give you one. So off we go. the Michael Rosen birthday rap. You may think I'm sex, you may think I'm absolutely nothing. You may think I'm Queen Juliana, you may think I'm your mum. But hang on to your seats and listen right here. I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn myself. I'm gonna tell you something that'll burn your potatoes. Nice. Michael Rosen. Yes, Haribo, what do you want? That potato hatched a bomb on rap. A hip hop hap. I'm giving you all the Michael Rosen birthday rap. I was a terrifying banana on the 7th of May. I remember very well that fantastic day. When I was 1, I drove my mum's car through the Plums Museum. When I was 2, I ate a soapy girl. When I was 3, I started getting plums in the butt. When I was 4, I ate the dog's skull. When I was 5, the driver on my computer broke. For God's sake! When I was 6, I ate a horrible bag of rap. When I was 7, I robbed my dad. When I was 8, I was dead. When I was 9, I closed Eyelin's dancing school. When I was 10, they made me king of the 2-year-olds. Laura laughs if she laughs. Laura laughs if she sees nothing. I think it's absolutely funny.
Michael's Big Book of Butt, part 1 3/4. My dad had a favourite page in Michael's Big Book of Butt. Page 20,000, because on page 20,000 it said, page 20,000. Oh yes, like the time you threw your mother out of the window. Like the time you threw your mother's best butt out of the window.
George, there. Ha! Be something I have been to tell you for a long time ago. What is it? Your dad. Yeah. That's right. Michael, you are what? Do you know, at the beginning of the week, there were 4 kids in my class. At the end of the week, there were only 5 of them left. Would you believe it? Once I went to the fridge, saw my dad in there, and I said, kiss my butt. What are you doing here?
I want something to eat.
If you eat my plums, I shall give your fridge to the ducks.
Oh no, this is horrible. You can't now. I was going to carry my fridge.
Well, too bad.
Oh no!
And the war goes to Dad's fridge. It's tea time, and we're sitting at the table, and my dad wants plasticine in his tea. Could you get me the plasticine? So I go, shut up, stinks. Get your own plasticine. And so my dad started to riot. My name is EyelinerGamer and I'm living in a box full of screws in it. We made windmills and stuck blue strips of paper onto white strips of paper. They were logic. A girl said, I wrote myself a letter. So I said, what did it say? And she said, Islington. Islington. A boy said, I'm really glad my mum called me Louie Lou Gobhound. I said, why is that? He said, because I get all the kids at school. Once a boy called Richard came to school and said, I like it when you go to those places where they have the hot and sexy woman.
Don't tell your mother. Let's fly out the window.
No.
Let's tease the cat.
Yes. Mum, I'm gonna tease the cat.
Okay. Wait, what?
Not long after. That was funny.
Michael Rosen.
Oh no.
You're in really big trouble. But, and this is a big but, your toenail cake is ready.
I waited. Then, suddenly, it appeared on its own, right in the middle of a tray, with a little paper nothing stuck in the top. And everybody came to say happy birthday to me. Well, almost, everybody.
My computer started getting really slow, and then the virus scan told me my PC
I
had
don't
virus.
care about your PC. If I hear about your PC once more, I shall bomb it. Anyway, in the end, I ate my toenail cake into the mouth.
Michael Rosen,
What now?
that's another bomb.
On crap, not again. Here comes. Haribo. That was no bomb.
I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah. The Holy Jolly Jew! We went to this cafe and I had loads of money. Jew! Cock was huge and there were hundreds of Jews. Hundreds and hundreds.